First on Fox 21, the FBI is offering up to $100,000 to anyone who can help law enforcement capture the assassin of conservative activist Charlie Kirk.
The agency is urging anyone with information to come forward, adding it has received more than 7,000 leads and tips. Law enforcement also released new video and photos tonight of a person of interest in the shooting at Utah Valley University. Take a look. He appears to be wearing a shirt from a disabled veterans group. The video shows the suspect running across a roof, climbing off the edge of the roof, and dropping to the ground moments after Kirk was shot and killed while debating students at the school. The governor says Utah is prepared to seek the death penalty once an arrest is made.
Meanwhile, President Trump says he will award Kirk, a close friend and ally of the commander-in-chief, the Presidential Medal of Freedom posthumously. It's the nation's highest civilian honor. The president also encouraging people not to turn to violence in response to the shooting.
We miss him greatly, yet I have no doubt that Charlie's voice and the courage he put into the hearts of countless people, especially young people, will live on.
This, as Vice President J.D. Vance accompanied Kirk's casket on Air Force 2 from Utah to Phoenix, where Turning Point USA is headquartered. The Second Lady USA Vance held the hand of Kirk's widow, Erica, as the two walked off the plane.
Charlie Kirk was supposed to be in Woodland Park today as a speaker at the Truth and Liberty Conference. The event carried on as planned tonight, with organizers saying they want to use his death as a moment to bring people together.
I stopped by to see why so many here in Southern Colorado showed up.
I believe that with every honk that is received, every wave, every recognition of Charlie shows his love, how much people loved him.
Supporters of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk lined the streets outside Charis Bible College one day after his death.
I live right across the street from the school here, yes.
For several hours, Karen Little stood outside the college holding a sign asking others to honk.
I'm getting a lot of smiles, a lot of grins, I'm getting a lot of waves, thumbs up, peace signs. So it's been neat to see, just be able to be here for people.
Kirk was meant to headline the 2025 Truth and Liberty Conference this week in Woodland Park, an event meant to celebrate the conservative values Kirk championed. Now a somber memorial in his memory.
Even in his death, his movement is gonna live on. They may have silenced his voice, but you can never silence what he stood for. And I think that that is something that we need to do, is to make sure that his legacy does live on, that it doesn't die with him.
Heidi Parkinson lives in Colorado Springs and made the drive to show support for someone she will never forget.
Who do I remember him as? He was a man of God, and I mean, God guided him the whole way. He was very strong in what he did. He had a lot of hate that came at him, and he stood strong.
Many saying they showed up to continue to spread Kirk's message, rallying, organizing, and empowering students to advocate for principles of freedom, free markets, and limited government.
We don't have to agree on everything. We don't have to politically be on the same side of the aisle. We don't have to be the same thoughts, the same beliefs, or anything, but we can coexist peacefully.
In the wake of Kirk's assassination, Truth and Liberty organizers knew the event must continue as scheduled and honored the 31-year-old with a tribute video, giving his supporters one last chance to see what he gave his life for.
The West was built, our nation was built on delayed gratification, not instant gratification. That maybe I'm not going to go do what feels good in the moment. I'm going to forsake what feels good, and I'm going to parlay that into the future.